Welcome back to the Fifth Wheel Podcast. I'm Hannah.
I'm Sydney, and we
And
are back.
the spring break is over. The spring break that we did not ask for.
It genuinely feels like the season never started.
No, it feels like we're starting completely new when we get
And
back. Well, there's like regulation changes too.
yeah,
We'll get to
and
that. But
so it's like I feel like we kind of are, and but it really threw me off because I was like,
yeah.
let's go, we're back, F1 is here, 2026 season, and because the world is in some questionable places, by the way, we're not going to race at all the month of April, and you're going to go like a month and a half without F1, uh, and then we'll have a race.
Yeah, no, it feels a lot like in 2020 when we were on spring break and there's like rumors of like extended spring break and we're like, "Oh, fuck yeah, that sounds great." And
Let's
then we're like,
go.
"Oh, no.
No, this is so bad.
This is not what we wanted or asked for."
No.
But the good news is we're here now. And some other good news that I wanted to add for this is that Sydney is not purple. And I'm about to
Oh my God.
explain why. So
Y'all.
we finished wrapping up the last episode a few weeks ago. And we're editing. I kind of like go away from my
I
screen
don't
for a
know what
minute.
happened.
I come back and I look on my screen and I'm talking to Sydney. We talk like we're on FaceTime here. And lo and behold, she is purple. Like really, really, really purple.
Like, we were just chatting it up as we usually do when we write, because it's not like we haven't spent like an hour or so talking to each other that we then finish recording and talk to each other more. We're just chit chatting, and all of a sudden, my camera, like, I am purple, and like, I tried leaving and rejoining. We tried both rejoining. Like, I don't know what my computer did, but I was purple. And like the fact that it didn't make me purple for the podcast, I don't know how or why. It hasn't done it since. Who knows? Maybe I'll
I
go
low-key
purple
hope it
again.
happens.
It was wild.
I hope it happens. I want you to be purple on the podcast.
Thank you.
It's a lot of alliteration too. Just fun to say.
It would have been entertaining and very on brand. And that I almost do wish that the world had gotten witness of that because I mean, man, that would have been a pure chaotic couple of minutes.
It was for us.
Yeah, audience of two, and we were the funniest people in the world in those 5 minutes. Uh,
We're often the most funny people in the world when we're with each other.
yeah. Y'all are missing out when we're just,
Yeah.
the things that don't get recorded.
The things that we record and then realize, oh crap, we probably should restart.
It doesn't happen as often as you think it would, oddly enough. But when it
No,
does
most of
happen,
yeah. When it does happen, it's great, but most of the time we're just dumb enough to
yeah.
let our unfiltered
But
thoughts stay on the
nevertheless,
podcast. So
we're here, we're back. I mean, and
we are.
Miami. I mean, it almost felt like I was being teased in a way because I got a Miami edit 2.5 weeks ago.
Oh, that's way too early.
I know. But then this weekend, they really started kicking back up. And not only am I getting Miami Will Smith, but I'm getting Pitbull's Damn I Love Miami. And
I love
honestly,
that.
those hit just as hard. Like, if there's one thing about me, I will eat up a Miami edit to either of those songs every single time. Are they basically a regurgitated version of each other? Yeah, sure. I don't give a shit. They are great
Yeah.
and I love them. And the editors of our generation, I don't know what they're feeding you, but please keep doing it.
Oh no, it's fantastic. And I think the Miami edits are probably the best all season. There's other races that are really fun and cool, but I mean none of them are Miami. Like none of them have like the what's the word I'm looking for? Like the wow factor, like the
There's
star
just
studdedness.
something about the Miami edits. And it's like, and it's so weird that it's this race because it's like, it's just Miami, But the edit,
Yeah.
man, the edits.
Like you'd think they do that for like somewhere like Silverstone's a really classic Grand Prix. Monaco's got good edits, but it's
Monaco,
not
you get good
Miami.
ones. Vegas, you
I
get
think
good ones.
I think I know what it is. I think it's because, and I mean this lovingly and in a good way, Miami has just the tiniest bit of trashiness to it. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like it's like Vegas, but it's not like Vegas. So Vegas is Vegas. Like that's its thing.
Yeah.
We all know it's Vegas. Miami is like kind of like Vegas in the sense of you can like let loose a little bit. Like the people usually go to Miami to party, but it's also like a very like wealthy area, and then you're on the beach, and it's all these different things, and it's kind of a melting pot of cultures too. So I don't know. It's kind of like the party city, I guess.
It
It's
is.
party city.
No. Could you-
Gas up your balloons. We're going to party city.
Oh, all right. You heard it here first, folks. Next year, we're going to have the Party City Grand Prix.
The party city.
The driver who throws the best party using solely supplies from Party City gets points for a Grand Prix.
Why don't they just go to Party City for the livery? Just get like the spray paint, some banners, tape them
Could
on
you
there.
imagine? Oh my gosh. I
Oh
mean,
man,
it'd be entertaining, that's for damn sure.
it would be very entertaining. So
But
yeah, we have Miami,
we
and
do. And so speaking of Miami, I kind of jump in the gun a little bit because I think this all just came out today because there are things that happened on the break that we definitely need to talk about. Um, have you seen Mercedes' suits for Miami?
no,
They're
that came out
purple.
today. Wait, it's like you.
No, but like they're purple. They look like I've seen them compared to the purple Teletubbies, accurate. I've seen them compared to the purple minions from Despicable Me 2, accurate. There was a weird little purple animated creature that I saw compared to a picture of George Russell. Um, like, is Mercedes okay?
I'm not finding
Bec-
it anywhere. But I love.
how?
Oh, whoa, that's purple, purple.
I
Whoa.
know. I know. Like,
Um,
like,
ooh.
it is that.
No, yeah.
They are the minions.
And you know what?
You can't like
I can't ever say, you know what? I can't ever say I've seen purple livery before.
that's
So, oh
Mercedes
yeah.
in Miami this weekend.
Tinky Winky. They're on their Tinky Winky shit. Like, really?
And then somebody was like, "Damn, we got a whole salad now because you've got McLaren as carrots, you've got Ferrari as
Mhm.
tomatoes, you've got Aston Martin as cucumbers, and now you have Mercedes as the eggplant
Or grapes, if you like grape salad. I don't know. Some
or
people put grapes in
grapes."
salad.
But like,
Yeah. Or like nerds or something, like something completely made with like food dye.
I mean, it's just, is Mercedes okay? Because this is coming right off of that wolf livery that I'm still not convinced actually happened. It
I
feels like a
think
fever dream.
it feels like, when someone someone kind of blows up and has their 15 minutes of fame and then they kind of don't know how to act. And I say
Yeah.
this as Mercedes with Lewis has won many a world championship. I think they're maybe going through like a midlife crisis of like, oh, I gotta be hip and cool with the kids because we're cool
I
again.
mean,
And so we're gonna be
like,
purple and do wolves.
those suits are purple. I mean, like,
Purple.
them mother truckers coming in gonna look like Barney.
No, I was thinking that. I was like, okay, go
I
off.
mean, like collage of all of the things that Mercedes is going to look like because I can't wait to see what they get compared to. I mean, what I have seen them get compared to already in itself.
It's only been one day too. Like I just found out about this through
Literally.
you. So that's
I
crazy.
I saw that today and I was like, you're kidding. Like
Yeah.
that's George Russell this weekend. That's George Russell this weekend.
That's gonna be on the thumbnail.
Like,
That will be
that
on the
is
thumbnail.
George Russell.
No, like
That
over
is
his eyes
him.
and everything.
I know. I know.
That's crazy. That's going on the thumbnail this week.
Like, literally, I have so many questions because they're all they're complete. The only thing that is not purple are all of the logos are white, and there are very few teal accents.
And like why teal?
Because that's that other. It's like Mercedes is the black and the teal and the silver.
Oh, that's fair. But like it's not. Do you see like on the shoulder pads? The shoulders are like a darker blue. Sorry, that's what I was referring to. That's not
No.
Mercedes teal.
Yes, it is. It just doesn't
In
look
this
it in these
picture,
weird
it's
ass
not.
lightings because the lighting for purple is weird.
I feel it here. Let me share my screen.
No,
because
that's teal. You're not going to be able to. It's teal.
in this one it's not. Like
Okay.
I swear it's straight blue. I don't know.
I don't think it
Regardless,
matters.
Mercedes is like thinking something. I don't know what they're thinking, but there's some thoughts. Do you see what I mean? How that doesn't look teal in this picture?
Well,
It
you
looks
can
like
barely
dark
see it
blue.
in that picture.
Oh, well, it looked like blue to me.
I mean,
Tomato,
teal is a shade
tomato,
of
potato,
blue.
potato.
N-
That's
no,
fair.
eggplante.
Eggplant. There's not even an E on the end of eggplant.
Your point?
You know what? Nothing ever makes sense when we speak on this podcast, so it's fine.
That was a joke that will translate. People will know what I meant.
Eggplant, eggplant.
It makes sense.
It does. I like it.
It does. It does.
Anyways, I had a couple things I wanted to mention going into this race. Well, I guess more so, less going into this race, more so leaving from where we left off, because there's
Okay.
some other things we gotta talk about.
Yep.
One is like, when we finished the last race, the standings were like, Mercedes was kind of taking over all
Yeah.
of this stuff. But if you take a few different drivers and put them together, you get some interesting results. So we've got, let's just take Max Verstappen and Fernando Alonso. Let's put them together. The
Okay.
two of them share a total of 6 drivers championships, like world championships. And currently together they have a total of 12 points.
Jesus
You
Christ.
want to know who has 15 points?
Was it Ollie?
Pierre Gasly.
Pierre Gasly.
Pierre Gasly is beating Max Verstappen and Fernando Alonso
Oh,
combined.
what the hell is a polar bear doing in Arlington, Texas?
I think that polar bear is starting to I think that polar bear has bags and is moving to Arlington because Pierre Gasly and Alpine have been kind of like showing up in Arlington, Texas
know.
quite a bit.
And it's like,
And
I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, I could always count on Alpine to be back of the grid.
no, now you can't.
Now you can't. Now they've,
The only one we can rely
flip
on are
flopped.
Audi. No,
Audi
not
or
Audi.
Cadillac.
Cadillac.
Unfortunately, Williams. Yikes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dude,
the other thing, I have not forgotten that Fred threatened us, and that he said that the Ferrari will basically supposedly be a different car, and that it will be a different championship once you get to Miami. And
yeah.
there's one thing it's like there is that like glimmer of hope, because it's just, I think you're just given it as a Ferrari fan, like the hope is there and it kills you half the time, but like it genuinely feels like a threat, like it will be a different, and I'm like, I don't feel comforted by that, Fred.
No.
I'm
I don't
scared.
either. I'm scared. And
I'm
I think what the worst part about all of this, and this seems counterintuitive for me to say, the worst part about all of this is that Ferrari's been doing okay.
We've been
Because
doing the best that we've been doing since the end of the
years.
24 season.
And like it's really, really wrong of them to give us hope like that. You know
Like,
what I
we've
mean?
podiumed in every race so far, and that's crazy.
And I'm just we're waiting for that other shoe to drop. And it's not going to
Oh,
be like
without
a
a doubt.
flip-flop. It's going to be a steel-toed boot. It's not going
And
to be a
that's not
flip-flop.
a lack of faith in our team. That's a we've this isn't our first rodeo.
Unfortunately, it is not our first rodeo. It is
And
maybe our 20th rodeo.
I am frightened. It's also a sprint weekend, so we're going to have one practice session across the whole weekend. You said it earlier. They made a whole bunch. I say not a whole bunch, but they did. They tweaked the regulations a whole lot after
Mhm.
all. Excuse me, after Ollie's crash in Japan, which needed to
They needed
happen.
to. They
You
needed to.
you
That was
could
too bad.
not, those closing speeds could not be that different, and like it was dangerous, and the drivers,
It
I
was.
mean, like I genuinely think we might have seen like an actual like drivers protest or like walkout or something had they not done something about it. So I'm glad that they have, but
Yeah.
we've got one practice session, a, a sprint quali, a sprint race, qualifying, and race.
Yeah, not a lot of time to really adjust
And then we have
to
like
anything
two
else.
more weeks until another race again.
Yeah. And oh man, with these like the new stuff that's happening, so like one of them, like for example the Ollie thing, there's more basically like bells and whistles and lights that they've added for
Yeah.
to let the drivers know that cars are approaching them at a very high speed, which is great. We love that. There's also cars are going to have access to more power on the straights, which is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be interesting. The recharge will be reduced to help limit the effects of like clipping or super clipping. And then they're also going to monitor the energy deployment of the cars at race starts to help like with any stalling or poor starts, because I think one of the drivers, I want to say it was Kimmy last race, had like a really horrible start with his whatever. But there's all of these crazy things happening,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a lot of changes, and because of this, like I said at the beginning, it feels almost like a new F1 season starting, because
Yeah.
we had like 2 or 3 races of this new crazy season. It's already
Mm-hmm.
so different, and then they're like, you know what, we're gonna take a little moment and we're gonna make it even more different,
Yeah.
because obviously they don't have anything else to be doing right now, so
Yeah. Yeah.
it's great.
So like it's gonna be very interesting.
Hmm.
I'm excited to see it. But also half the grid might be in jail.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was literally about to say, they're doing all of this, and as this is happening, like, is it worth anything if there's not gonna be anyone driving the cars?
So yeah, for those if you have been living under an F1 rock, um, I think it was last week, just out of the blue, we find out that quite literally like two-thirds of the grid are being investigated for tax evasion in Italy.
Felony tax evasion. It's not even
And
just like a
so
little bit.
no, because because it's it's like if you tax evade a little bit, you just get hit with like a fine. But if you tax evade with like this, I think it's like $50,000, which obviously these drivers are probably making that in a weekend easy. Yeah, then becomes a felony. You get a big old fine and up to 5 years in Italian prison.
Uh-huh. And well, it's
So
funny too, 'cause, like, so they didn't realize that, like, it turns out foreign athletes are required to pay tax
yeah,
on the income that they obtained while racing in Italy.
yeah.
Why do I feel like Fred knew this already and just didn't want to tell anyone?
Honestly, I mean, more power to him. Maybe that's all a part of the master plan. I mean, the list of drivers who aren't on that list, it's like Arvid, Liam, I think Isaac, I maybe Ollie. It was like the youngins and Charles. And people are like, now hold on a second. But let's be so for real. If the people of Italy, if the Italian police arrested Charles Leclerc, I don't think we would have a country of Italy the next day. Like, I genuinely
No.
think the Italians would riot. But also, the Italian police themselves love Charles. So they'd
They
be like,
do. They
they
won't
would
arrest
tell,
him.
like, chief of police is like, we gotta arrest Charles. And I am convinced that the entire Italian police would be like, no.
No, I don't think they do it. Well, it's funny. It's like Italy discovering that Ferrari can win the F1 championship if they criminally charge every other driver for tax evasion.
Which is
Like,
so, but
okay,
the best part is, I'm pretty sure Kimmy is on that list.
I know. Like it's crazy. And what's even funnier is all of the memes that have come from this. One
Oh God, it's
specifically,
hilarious.
or I guess this is like two in one. It's like someone did a picture of like a prisoner in an orange jumpsuit, and they're like McLaren's new uniforms. But someone also posted, this one made me laugh. It was a picture of Oscar, and he, again, bright orange uniform. It's like his normal one. Someone said, at least we already know he looks good in an orange jumpsuit.
And like, and my thing is, you're telling me with all of the money that these losers make, that and the fancy accountants that I know they all have, you're telling me that these international accountants didn't know the law? You're
No,
an accountant for an F1 driver. How do you
no,
not know the Italian tax? Like, am I an accountant? No. That's just no. But also, if you're an accountant for an F1 driver,
you
like
should probably know
you're
a little
probably
more.
pretty good at your job.
Yeah.
It would have been
Maybe
one
they're
thing,
only maybe they're only the accountant in like their home country.
but still, like at that point, if I'm an F1 driver, I'm not going to get an accountant who only knows this one country. Like, there are so many
No.
rich people out there that get money in all these different countries. Like, there are people who do this. How do
No.
you? It would have been one thing if it was like one or two of the grid,
No,
but
it's most of them.
it's like 2/3 of the grid.
It is the majority of the grid.
Like, I remember seeing that and I said, now hold on. And I told one of my coworkers, I said, yeah, I said, did you hear about like half the grid, potentially going to Italian prison for tax evasion? And he was like, I think he had a call or he was going to a meeting. He said, we're gonna have to circle back to that.
Yeah, no, it's just so like
It's
I mean, what are the
insane.
odds? What are the odds?
I would have lost money because I would have said low.
Yeah, if you had told me that on my 2026 bingo card there would be an option for like potentially most of the grid to go to jail for felony tax evasion,
And
I would have been like, "Huh? No. Surely
like,
things won't get that crazy,
if we're
right?"
gonna be so for real, that's something that the United States government would do.
Oh, it totally is.
And the fact that it's coming out of the Italians somehow just makes it even better because
I think
Italian
this is a
government really said, "Fine, I'll do it myself," and is like, "Here
no,
you go,
yeah.
Ferrari."
That's exactly what I was gonna say. They're like, we have to take matters into our own hands. We're gonna
I
put
mean,
felony charges on the grid so that Ferrari can win.
do I think that they'll actually send them to prison? Probably not.
No.
But also, I haven't been able to predict half the shit that's happened recently in F1, so they might. They
Yeah.
might.
I think a good rule of thumb, especially with the past like 2 or 3 seasons, is that never say never.
Literally.
Never say never.
Literally.
It's insane. And there's also, I mean, going back a little bit with the new regulations, and I say new, we already had new regulations, the new ones from spring break.
Hmm.
Um, there's just so much happening that even the drivers themselves are starting to not be allowed to talk about them. Did you see that with
Oh.
Lando? Lando, let me find this, but basically he was, yep. So he was stopped by his own team from talking about the current regulations. He was in an interview and the journalist was asking about him and like talking about the topic and quote unquote Norris agrees. Yeah, all right, I'll answer the question. Representative cuts in quickly. No. And then Lando goes, I'm not the boss. And then Oscar said something. I think this was just like in an F1 YouTube video. You know, they do silly things, but he
Right.
quoted word for word. I think this applies to everything in his life. I'd be quite happy if people ask me less about everything.
You know, I love how, like, because Oscar cares, but I love how much he doesn't care. Because you know that man is doing media solely because he has to. It's the same way Max is. Like,
Yeah.
Max just wants to race. Max just wants to be behind the wheel of a vehicle that goes fast.
Yes.
And Oscar's just like the quiet, less manic version of that.
Yeah. There's like, it's funny because he's like Oscar Piastri Leclerc. That's the joke that he's adopted by Charles. But really, he takes after his other father, Max Verstappen.
He's got like
to ship Charles and Max.
the racing mania of both, but just like the nonchalantness of neither of them.
He's got the disinterest of Max and the depression of Charles.
Jesus Christ.
That was inherited genetically from him.
Oh my God. Whole
it
house
makes perfect
depressed.
sense.
It does. Oh my God, it really does.
He really
And
is
it just
their
like
child.
it's so funny to me. Like I mean, Reg's so bad. They're like putting a cease and desist on the drivers.
No, yeah. Well, and then Max's mechanic is leaving as soon as possible. He said that morale is low.
Oh my. Okay, how we hadn't brought this up yet of GP.
Yeah.
That's insane. So GP, Max's literal like long-term, I think has been his race engineer his entire time he's been at Red Bull, is leaving like as early as 20, like into 27, like beginning of 2028 and going to McLaren.
I think it's McLaren, yeah.
And huh?
Like what do you
mean?
It's everyone said, "You know what? I'm tired of everything being the same as it's always been. What if I made a mess of everything?" And that's what everyone said when they woke up every morning on the spring break. They said, "What if I caused a problem?"
No, literally. Because the thing is, the Max Verstappen retiring rumors have been out and about this season. Mm-hmm. And then like that day, I mean, every Max Verstappen fan on my Twitter I saw someone, they're like, is this what Ferrari fans feel every day? And we were like, yes, this is it. Like, this is our day to day. And it's one of those, I think that one really surprised me. I mean, we've seen like basically, I mean, the joke was Max is going to show up back at the factory and be the only one there.
Yeah.
Because at this point,
he doesn't even want to be there, it seems like.
No, I mean, because at this point, like Christian and Helmet and Adrian Newey, like basically it's like I feel like every big like component, like personnel in Red Bull has left.
Yeah.
And it's like GP is not leaving yet. I think it's at like it's as early as 27 or 28 he'll leave. But it's just I'm like, what deal with the devil now did Zach Brown make to like entice GP away from Red Bull and honestly, not even away from Red Bull, away from Max.
Yeah. I feel like, don't get me wrong, I feel like it's not Max. You know what I mean? Because I
don't think it's Max.
Pissed off as everyone else, but it sucks that he's having to take the brunt of this, and then that probably realistically does not make him that much more fun to work with.
No. And and then I don't know if it was true or not, but then I saw a rumor that Brian, the infamous "we are checking" Ferrari race engineer, was then gonna go to Red Bull, and someone said, "I just want to be there the first time Max Verstappen hears 'we are checking' for the third time in a race, because someone's gonna get murdered."
And this is why we need to respect Charles more, because the patience that man has I mean, truly, we joke around like he has his moments and stuff, but the amount of patience that that man has
I
to put up with what he puts up with, like
I need to know either who his therapist is or what medication that man is on.
both. It's all part of his treatment plan, girl.
Because like it's wild. And then we're not even done with the rumors of like engineer switch up, because then it was like then the rumors were that Hannah, the other big like
Hmm.
strategist with Red Bull, might go to Ferrari. And I'm like, please, please, if there
I'm
was
like,
a
please.
rumor that was going to be true, let it be that one, because I love her.
I love her. And like, oh, I really hope that she goes. I know it's just a rumor, but at the same time, again, everyone's leaving Red Bull. Everyone's leaving.
I mean, it's
It
the
wouldn't be a
rise and
shocker.
fall of Red Bull should be studied. And genuinely, I mean, you could trace it to Christian Horner. He single-handedly built and destroyed that. But
Yes, he did.
like, it's insane.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Ah,
insanity.
it's crazy. And I mean, to the point, like, so one, all of this is happening. Max doesn't really seem like he wants to be here anymore.
And
Kind of going
yeah,
back to Oscar and Lando not saying things, like they're being shut down. Everyone's complaining about regulations. This is da, 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 da. I think we're almost at a point, and this isn't. This is I don't. This is not a hot take per se, but it kind of is. We're at a point where F1 is not being taken seriously
hmm,
because I have this interview that I found with Pato O'Ward, the IndyCar driver for Arrow
yep,
McLaren, aka you know how Lando is Zach Brown's like little baby boy.
yep,
This is like his little baby boy 2.0 that he's like grooming to come up to F1.
yep,
And that's kind of been the plan the whole time, is like eventually they want him to go up there. But Pato just said recently, like a week ago, Formula One right now is an artificial show, and honestly, I have zero desire for it. He said, the hunger I had to get to F1 wasn't for fame or money, it's because the cars were something impressive. You don't want to be flipping a switch to say, oh, I'm going to press it to pass him artificially. It's not Mario Kart. I feel that right now today, this is the best series, aka IndyCar, for a driver who wants to race. Like he's
hmm,
basically saying that like at this point like it's too artificial. And I like
yeah.
he has a point. He has a real like that's never what F1 has been.
No, and I think that could just, I mean, we've got a long stint with this regulation set, and I mean, we've seen it. A lot can change between the beginning of a regulation set and the end of a regulation set. But yeah, like right now, it is a little goofy watching them pass each other, but it's like it's just I do think that I feel like we are approaching some sort of snap, and I think that something in F1 is gonna break,
I
because
can get it.
I think you're going to. I think the drivers have been not. I don't want to say simmering quietly, simmering like moderately ragey, and I feel like we're gonna hit a point maybe this season where it's like something's gonna happen, and we're gonna hear about it.
Well,
I
I
mean,
something already has with Ollie. Like all the drivers blew
yeah,
up about it, which is fair. And I think there's going to be more incidents like that that they're going to blow up about. I think that they're hitting their breaking point where they're like, I can't be quiet about these kinds of things.
somebody high up in F1's gonna lose their job, and I hope it's been solo, but whatever his name
I
is.
hope it's him. I hope it's that man. I hope it's
I
the
need
FIA
him to not
president.
be the FIA president anymore if we're gonna be so for real.
No, I agree. I think Carlos Sainz Sr. should be the FIA president.
I mean, I'm here for it. I'm here
Yeah.
for it. I think a lot of people are,
I'm not biased at all, I say as I'm flashing my phone.
as we're very biased.
And incredibly
Um,
biased.
but I mean, it's so wild.
Yeah.
It's so wild.
Well, you know what? We've had a lot of change that we've talked about in this episode. We've had a lot of things that are changing, things that are uncertain, things that, change is hard to deal with sometimes. And so I thought I would bring some information that just feels like home, things that don't change. Some things never change. And things are Lance Stroll. So he earlier this month said, I'm going to do a GT race. And he had a great time with that. And you know what he did? He racked up 170 seconds worth of penalties. And don't get me wrong, with GT races, penalties are quite common. But like, I mean, like, let's just talk about the fact that if there's one thing we can rely on, well, hey, hold on, wait a minute. I'm gonna back up. The fact that I'm saying this sentence is crazy. I want you to listen to this sentence.
I know where this is.
If we can rely on one thing, it's
Lance.
Lance Stroll in these uncertain times.
That's how you know we are for sure in the dark timeline. And I think we've been here for a long time, but that's how you know.
That's like, I mean,
Oh my god.
if there's one thing we can rely on, it's Lance Stroll.
It's Lance Stroll.
In these uncertain times.
I mean, it just is. Yeah.
I
I don't know.
Like, where are we?
I don't know. I mean, it's one of those. I'm ready for season start 2.0. I Oh, the other thing, so I'm glad I'm remembering this because I told him I was gonna shout him out. So Todd, who one of my dad's college buddies who has joined our F1 fantasy league, shout out Todd, we love you.
Hi, Todd.
Brought to my attention that he is leading F1 fantasy right now, and he said he was like, even if I never lead again after Miami, he's been ahead for this like entire spring break, and honestly impressive in itself. But
Yeah.
he's ahead, he's beaten all of us, and I'm like, I was like, I haven't checked it since week 2, and
No,
that's just gonna continue.
that's always how it is. I'm always like, F1 fantasy, let's go. I make a team, and then I set it, and then I maybe make a change after week 1. And that's a maybe.
But it's F1 fantasy, and I am the reigning champ, but to be so for real by accident. You had to tell me I won.
I did have to tell you that you won. You're like, who won? And I was like, you?
I don't even know which team won.
I couldn't tell you because I don't remember your team names.
I don't either. They were funny, but it was like
Yeah, that's the thing, they're
I
always
genuinely I did not touch F1 fantasy after week I think 3 or 4 last year, and somehow won.
Yep, that's how I won. Like the season before that.
So
And
I'm reigning
then
champ who doesn't really give two craps. So I mean, actually, no, that's not true. I do care. I just kind of forget it exists.
yeah, well, actually, and I meant 2 seasons ago from that one when I won
Yeah.
because the season between those, Parker's Aunt Debbie won.
Right.
And it's just so fun because I think she's one of those people kind of like Todd, like they check it, like they're active on. I'm like, that's probably how it's supposed to be played, but like,
Oh no, it definitely is how you're supposed to look at it every week and apply chips and make changes, and I think Todd has done that thus far, and I haven't.
it needs to be better in some way though. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's hard because if it can't be like fantasy football, there's not enough drivers. Like you can't, you
Right.
wouldn't be able to have a league with more than like 3 people in it.
No.
But also like the way that the chips and the boosts and stuff work and how often you can switch and
It
how you're
doesn't
not
make
supposed to. Like,
sense. And I know it
doesn't make a
does
lot of
make sense. It's not that complicated, but my brain, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't, I'm like, and I don't, the thing is, you would
Hey,
think we
Spanish.
would,
Great job.
you know what I'm saying? You would think that we would care.
You would
And,
think.
but I don't. But I also do because I'm competitive. But I genuinely, it's just like, I don't know what it is about F1 fantasy that I think I'm more in it for the funny team names than I am my actual team.
You know that meme? It's like, who wants to win F1 fantasy? A million hands go up. Who wants to edit their team?
Nope.
I'm gonna make that meme and we're gonna post it.
Because
But that's how it is. It's like I can't be bothered. I really
and the
can't.
thing is, I told myself, I was like, I'll check it before Miami. Could I'm not. Watch. I'm not going to.
No, I'm not going to. I could do it right now, but I'm
And
not
not
gonna, I'm
even
not gonna
because
do
I
it.
have to force myself not to, but because I just won't.
I don't want to. I have no desire to check it. I know that I'm already not doing good, and once you hit like a few races in, as long as nothing crazy changes, which I mean, hello, we're kind of going through a lot right now. But once you hit a certain point when there's a certain gap, like it's kind of almost impossible to come back from that. And so I'm like, okay, whatever, I didn't win. Season's over.
Yeah. But the thing is, I didn't even check it to see where I was last year. Because it's
Oh
like
yeah.
I didn't even know if there may have been a deficit. I don't know if this was like a come from behind win or if I just picked the right formula to never check it and win. Like it's just funny to me because with how much we care for this to be the one part of F1 that we could care less about, like
This is like the one aspect of Formula One that is in our control, and we're like, you know what? We're gonna let God handle it.
what if we just said no?
You know what? Everything else is out of our control. Why not this too?
Honestly. So Todd, I hope that your reign and your streak of supremacy continues. Shelby and I told him we don't care who wins as long as it's not Parker.
That's crazy. Parker just got home. I hope he heard that. Parker, did you hear that? Sydney and Shelby said that they don't care who wins F1 Fantasy as long as it's not you. We are recording, by the way.
Now I want to win even more.
He's gonna be so resentful now. He's gonna be like,
But the thing
no.
is, we have to root against somebody, and if it was going to be against anybody as a bit, it's going to be Parker.
I'm not even in the lead right now.
What did he say?
I'm not even in the lead right now.
I know,
But
that's the
also,
point.
It's like how Parker roots for Lance Stroll, and we have to give him shit for that. You know?
Yes, exactly. And I think Parker, he's up there. Like one of his teams is like second or third. And so I was like, I don't care who wins.
As long as it's not Parker.
It's that scene in Star Wars if it's like, I don't care who, but like it just, I don't know. If it's not me, it can't be Parker.
Yeah. Fair, because we'll never hear the end of it. He's a sore winner. Like he will brag.
I
about
know. And it's okay. We're gonna we have talked about it so much of just how much the group chat of Hannah, Parker, Shelby, and I, like how much joy that group chat brings
Right.
us. Like
We
y'all,
haven't even talked about the Will Schuster stuff because
I know. So this is probably a good time that we need to bring this
it's a
up.
good spot to end on.
Our group chat of the four of us for the longest time has been called Welcome to the Iron Rattler, and it was this really cute picture of the four of us at Six Flags. The Iron Rattler, we've talked about where the origin of that name came from.
We did.
Well, then a few weeks ago, Hannah and Parker were in Austin at a pub. And so before we go to Madrid for the Grand Prix, we're going to do a couple of days in London. And obviously, pub crawl, like we're going to do all of the things. And so Hannah coins this term I will call POIP, which is
Poip.
pub on in preparation.
Yeah, Parker.
And so then the group message became not welcome to the Iron Rattler, but poiping in the Iron Rattler, which is pub on in preparation-ing. So like it's the grammar's a little rough, but pub on in preparation-ing
Yeah.
in the Iron Rattler.
And I don't know how we got. Oh, I do. I do.
It was a weird
stickered.
picture of
Well,
sticker.
no, the way that we got to Parker being Will Schuster from that. So we're at the pub. Parker says like I'm getting my pub on in preparation. I said who up
Yeah.
poiping right now, and that's how poip came to be.
Right.
And then we just start sending stickers because we have F1 stickers, we have stuff that's funny. And then I send a sticker of Parker with a
And
fedora. And he's like making a Will Schuster face, like ironically, but it was such good timing. It doesn't look ironic. It looks like he was doing it for real.
Of which
And so
is now the group chat picture of the chat. So now on
And
my
then-
pinned chats, I have Parker staring at me in a fedora.
And on
And
top of that, I was just having a moment, like, and I'm very quick at editing photos, and so this conversation's going on. We're still talking about all this, and I'm like,
yeah.
you know what? I think it's time we change the background of this chat. And so I photoshopped Parker's head onto Will Schuster. And so that is that. And then let me click on this. You can see. Let's see.
And it's
Wait, I'll just put it on the thumbnail.
y'all, I wish y'all could just be a fly on the wall in our group chat sometimes, because when I tell you we are the funniest people on the planet,
I was kicking my feet.
it's always late at night too, because the whole Fedora and Will Schuster thing, like, I'm in bed, Hannah and Parker, like, it's pretty late. Y'all are at this pub in Austin. Like you said, like, y'all were just giggling on your phones with each other. Shelby's, I think, was at home. And most recently, last week, I don't even remember how it started. Oh gosh, because this is all of last week's, this was all last Wednesday, started because Shelby sent this picture of, it's when Google Maps says you can walk to the restaurant, and it's these two people that, like, it said that you could walk to the restaurant, and then they're quite literally wading through the ocean, like holding their stuff above their head. And Shelby sends it and goes, us in Spain, which honestly I wouldn't put it past. And so Shelby said, I just feel like we're going to put Parker in charge of maps one time and this will happen. No offense, Parker.
100%
To which I said, no guys, I swear, it says it's just through the locked gate with armed guards. It's fine, we just gotta jump the fence real quick. Parker, probably. And mind you, Hannah informs us that he's vacuuming, so he has no idea he's catching strays right now.
No.
And Shelby goes, no comment on the TikTok. And what did he was like, oh, it was so funny because Parker has this bit where if you kind of poke fun at it, he'll go, all right. And sometimes it's my goal to get, like, I'm like, how many or how quick can I get one? When I surprised Hannah and Parker back in January, I think I was there for maybe 5 minutes before I got one out of Parker, and I was like, traditions. It's the picture of Valtteri Bottas, traditions. And it's so, and that just started that, and y'all, you would not believe the tangents. We got this picture of Parker, this outfit I unironically think he could wear today.
I think he could. It's actually not a horrible outfit. It's just the pose.
It's really not. And it just Parker it's so funny. And the amount of times, like, that's just this group chat in a nutshell. And I think probably as a surprise to none is what that ends up being half the time. It's entertaining, and we all collectively have agreed how much we can't wait to spend a week and a half in a foreign countries with one another. I mean, It's gonna be a fever dream.
It's gonna be so good.
My favorite part though was then on Shelby, or I think on Friday, Shelby out of the blue sent us a shared note that is packing list for Spain. You open it up, the only thing on the list right now is Mad Libs.
And I think that's perfect. You know what I need to add on it is my Harry Potter wand.
Yes. But it's so funny, and I think we're hilarious. Even if nobody thinks we're funny, we're funny to each other.
Funny to ourselves. We are absolutely hilarious to ourselves, and that's all that matters.
Right. And so, hopefully some of the things we say on this, some people might think are funny half the time. And you know what? If we've made you laugh once, I'm going to count that as a win.
I am too. You know what? And it's, who it matters to that we're the funniest people ever? It only matters to us.
Uh-huh.
because we're the ones having to spend a week and a half with each other in multiple foreign
I
countries.
cannot wait. I
It's gonna be so
genuinely
good.
cannot wait.
I think about it all the time. I'm just like, I can't wait to go to Spain. I
And
can't wait
like,
to go to London.
if you think about it, we're really not that far away. May, June,
5 months
July,
away.
August. We're 4 months away from our
Or
trip.
5, because September, right?
Beginning of September.
Shit, dude.
I know. So we actually probably need to start to do some planning. We have
I'll
like a
text
general
you
plan.
know what? I'll mention it in Poiping on the Iron Rattler.
Can we do that after May 20th?
Yeah.
Okay, great, thanks. Anyways. But yeah, no, we're 4 months away.
We're 4 months away. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. And then we're going. The best part about it, and this is something that I think I keep forgetting. Maybe y'all don't forget because y'all are smart people, but I keep forgetting that we're going for an F1 race.
I know.
We're not just going to London and Spain. Like we're going for the first Madrid race, and I keep forgetting that. And I'm like, oh, it's not just like a fun trip I'm going on with my friends.
know.
Like there's a purpose. So. And you know what? Maybe the regulations will be so crazy by then that we'll get to drive the car. You know, it's
Right?
gonna be something like that, or
I
like
don't,
you know,
it's gonna be crazy, and I cannot wait.
I can't wait either.
It
So-
might also be a shit show. Like the race might be a shit show, but
Oh,
you
yeah,
know
it could be
what?
Vegas year 1.
I don't care. It's just gonna be fun. We're all in this together, and I can't wait. I can't
I
wait.
can't wait either. All right. Well, this has been very fun. We are very excited that F1 is back again.
Obviously,
And-
if hopefully that's come across.
Yeah. Please stop taking the fast cars away from us for extended periods of time.
No,
'cause
for
we don't know
real.
what to do. So,
For real. Because genuinely, the only thing that has gotten me through spring break has been hockey. And like right now, it's hockey playoff season, and your girl is stressed. That's not the point. But it's like there's been something to fill the void, but that's about to go away. So I need like come on, we're back.
I'm telling you, you got to get into IndyCar. IndyCar is literally just F1 without PR training. I'm so serious. It's so good.
One day at a time. Maybe after Indianapolis,
Fair. Indy 500.
which we'll save that for Miami, Canada. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, anyways, we'll end it here. I'm Hannah,
I'm Sydney,
and it's lights out
and away we go.
after a month. Thanks.
I know. We're so back.
Bye.
Bye, guys.